everybody able to practice today?
Yeah, no Gary, but everybody else, yeah.
Just where is he? Is he trending toward being available?
Yeah,
tonight?
I mean, I don't know about opening night, but he's close, so.
It feels like a lot of hard practices. Just what you think of the spirit today?
Love it, a lot of energy, probably too much talking, but I don't mind as long as you keep your focus, because I'm trying to turn it into some chaos, like mental warfare, teams that have been together, like Oklahoma is a great example. They've been through every fire, This team hasn't. So trying to create that, disagreements, arguments, but being able to still focus and execute, that's what we're trying to create as much as we can.
It's interesting because after the last game, you had felt it became a little too chirpy, a little too one-on-one.
Yeah.
And that you didn't like where that went.
Yeah, I don't mind the chirpiness. I just don't mind chirping with execution. Beat them with execution. Beat them with your brain.
I know last year there were a lot of special circumstances at the start of the season with Chris being out, the way the schedule lined up for it. But is there anything you saw before that season last year with the slow start?
No, I just thought we put a lot of new stuff in. We didn't have guys in. So I think it was a byproduct of that. And we blew some games we should have won, quite honestly. So, I like our schedule this year. I didn't mind it last year, honestly. We just didn't get off to a good start.
I mean, with new players, how do you, as a coaching staff, how do you look at that? Because obviously you dug out of that hole, but it was a hole of six games just to get to 500, and then you're kind of chasing for a while. Like, what can anything from that inform what you're doing now?
Not really. I mean, different team, different guys. I just think we're in a better place now. But the season will tell you, and you adjust. As I told you guys when we were struggling, I wasn't panicked about it. I just knew we were going to be a good team. If we got off to a start like that this year, I'd be surprised. But you got to be prepared for everything.
When I look back at some of Giannis's very early All-NBA years, you're looking at this two-way effort on both sides.
Yeah.
The usage was a little lower on offense.
Yeah.
You could do a little bit more.
Yeah.
How do you try to ask Buck to plan for the idea that, like, hey, he's going to be playing a lot of points?
Yeah. We don't put him on the best player until the last 6 minutes if it's in this position range, because we know that early in his career, Giannis didn't have the ball in his hands a lot. Other guys were at the point he could literally focus on defense and run the floor. Now he's so involved offensively, you have to make sure you prepare for that.
For Buck to kind of think through that, right? Like at the peak, we're going to have this Giannis, but for the first 42 minutes, it might be different.
Yeah, or even in stretches in the game. We may first quarter guy got it going that is his position. We will put Giannis on him and then take him off. We may start him on the best player, and we do the one foul, then he switches off. That guy gets a foul, he switches back. So there's a lot of ways you can use him.
Maybe off that a little bit into your point the other day of the bench unit and maybe going all bench at times. Is there a minute range? I mean, he was 37 late in the year. I think averaged 35. Is he at a point where you'd like to get the 32, 33?
No, we're just going to ramp up. And really, right now, at the beginning of the year, we don't know what the minute range is for anybody. We have to find that out through how we play. We're playing faster. So we're going to find a lot about how many minutes each guy can handle. And then our job is not to ramp them down through the year. What we did last year was really good. We ramped Giannis up as the year went on, and he was able to handle 40 minutes in the playoffs with ease. And that was big for us.
How have you sensed that Miles has kind of fit in with playing with a new team, and what's that adjustment process?
He fits in. Yeah, I think Miles is you could throw him on any team, and he's going to fit in. He's just so smart. He's so much about the team, and he just plays the right way. And then he's very brave. Like, he speaks up, and he doesn't care who it is. He's been fantastic.
I think when we had TP down here earlier in training camp, he had mentioned, I took 4 or 5 threes a game last year. I mean, if I play another that could be up to 8.
Yeah.
Do you put numbers like that in guys' minds, like, AJ, let's see if we can get 10
No, I just tell them to shoot them. Like today, we did a drill. It was live. The white didn't know what the black was doing, but the black was told, I don't care where it is, you have to get a 3 up in the first 5 seconds in transition. And they were making them, and white was scrambling. And, black just kept firing them up from everywhere. And it was a great drill. It made the white all of a sudden pick up higher. And it was a good drill to do.
With Torian, I mean, I think 6 of 10 from 3.
Yeah. He's getting good shots, and he's not trying to over dribble. He's kind of, we've taken the ball out of his hands to get him the ball back in his spots, and he's shooting it, and it's good. I thought last year he started trying to do too much, and I thought fatigue and everything else had played a factor into that. And this year, his job is you stand those corners or those wings, we're going to find you and you shoot it. I was never told that as a player. Matter of fact, I'd have been taking it out if I had a shot at it. So.